Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? My name is attorney Charles Zavala here from Zavala Texas Law. We are an immigration law firm and we usually put out these videos talking about news or things that are related to the immigration field that I think that you all will find very interesting. Today I have a video regarding President Biden's parole in place policy. This is something he spoke about in June of 2024, and now we are in August 14th of 2024, and it's about to kick into effect. So this is going to be extremely helpful for people who are here in this country undocumented, who are married to US citizens and have been here for a while. This is essentially kind of a little bit of a saving grace that people have been waiting for a long time. So if you're interested about, hey, could this apply for me, or if there's a way I can benefit, please watch this video and I'm explaining to you the process. And if you are a candidate, we are more than happy to help you. Our main office is located here in Houston, Texas, but we help clients all over the USA as well as all over the world. So you can just call that phone number on the screen. You can schedule an appointment with me personally via the phone and we can see how we can help you, okay? So let me just kind of tell you the background of what's going on. So in June of 2024, President Biden announced what's going to be called parole in place. And ultimately what this is this is going to be a policy that he puts in, and not everyone qualifies for it, but it's meant for people who are married to US citizens and have been here in the USA the past 10 years, okay? And I'm gonna read to you the criteria just so that you know what exactly it says, so see if you can qualify or not. So I'm starting from the top, okay? You have to have continuously resided in the USA. So continuously means stayed in the USA since June 17th of 2014. So that would be approximately 10 years since when he announced this, because he announced this in June of 2024. So the previous 10 years have been residing in the USA. That's the one thing. Second is you must have been actually present in the USA on the date of June 17th, 2024. And the reason why they do this is they want to make sure that if, let's say, you arrive 2 days after that, you're not going to be eligible for this. So this policy is for people who have been here in the USA. It's kind of a way for them to get some sort of status despite being here in this country all this time, okay? That's the second thing. You have to have actually been here. Third thing is you have to have been legally married to a US citizen as of June 17th, 2024. And that's very important. You had to already been married as of June 17th, 2024. So I've had some people unfortunately call me and say, hey, I just heard about Biden's new policy. I'm gonna go get married and then we can apply. And I tell them, that's unfortunately you have to have already been married. And the reason why is because they're trying to prevent people from saying, oh, now let me go get married, or fraud, or let me go get married just for this immigration reason, okay? So you've had to been here the past 10 years. You had to have been physically present here on June 17th of 2024, married to a US citizen as of June 17th, 2024, and then no disqualifying criminal records, no threat to national security, nothing along those lines. But also, most importantly, you have to show that you have you favor the discretion of the government, right? So even if you have all that stuff, you still kind of have to show them that, hey, you would be a good candidate for this, right? So that's the criteria. So the question is, who does this help? Long story short, this is going to help people who have been in the USA for at least 10 years and have been married to a US citizen, but have not been able to apply for any sort of benefit, either because they entered illegally or I guess that would be the main one. If they entered illegally, normally the process is you marry a citizen, you have to ask for a waiver, and then you have to go to your consulate, and that can take, you're looking at a 5-6 year process. With this parole in place, you don't have to leave the country, and that's fantastic. So let's give you an example. Let's pretend my name is Charles. I am from Paraguay, and I'm married to my wife, who is a U.S. citizen. Let's say I've been in the USA for more than 10 years, and I don't have status, and I've been married to my wife as well. That is exactly who it's for. It's a way of trying to kind of reunify families, or a family reunification plan, and to give them a way out. So instead of having to apply for the I-130, do a waiver, and go to the consulate, what they're doing for this parole in place is you have to apply for what's called advanced parole, and that is with form I-131. and you can submit that while you stay here in the USA. They are charging a filing fee, which is the way of the government's going to get their money because they're never going to do anything for free. But if you get approved, then you are now what's called paroled in the USA, and that means you have easy way to say it's almost like a legal entry, almost like you entered legally, or the government recognizes that you are here, and it's kind of a legal status, sort of ish, for a little bit. So the good thing is, once you get that paroled in and you're married to a US citizen, you can now apply for your green card without having to leave the USA. So this is very similar to people who enter the USA legally and then get married to a US citizen and then can apply for their green card. This parole in place is essentially that. It's changing your status from undocumented to paroled. Once you're paroled, you can now apply for the green card. You're still gonna have to apply for the I-130 and the I-485 and all those other forms that come with it, but this now so to say excuses that illegal entry you had, or if you have overstayed your status. So this program is about to kick off in a few days, right? So they announced it in June. It doesn't mean it's running yet. So there are a lot of clients who have called me and say, "Oh, how long is this taking?" or blah 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 blah. And I tell them, "Look, we don't have personal experience with it yet, just because the date isn't open. We have a lot of applications that we've already done. We're just waiting to send out, but I can't tell you exactly what the timeline is. I assume it'll probably be." So when we, at least in our office, when we're applying for this parole in place, we are applying for your I-131 and your work permit. Because if you get approved for parole, they will also approve your work permit, which is great because now the person can start working. And during that time, we can now apply for your green card, right? So you have something to do during that time. I think, in my experience, it may take about 3 to 4 months to get the work permit. The parole, I'm not too sure. Right now, it's usually taking about a year for all the other type of paroles, but they may make this parole a little bit faster just because, you know, they're kind of pushing this agenda. So I think this is a fantastic option. This is a miracle for a lot of people who have been in the country for more than 10 years and are married to citizens and are going through that process of getting a waiver, or they're thinking about it. This is your way out. So if you are interested in this, please give us a call. You know, we are an immigration law firm, over 10 years experience. We got fantastic reviews on Google that we really appreciate from all our clients and customers. Our job is to try to get you to the finish line. Every situation is unique, right? So there are a lot of lawyers who say, "Oh, we can do this, we can do this." I don't know yet until I speak with you. But based off this criteria I just told you about parole in place, if this is something you're interested in, give us a call. I mean, this may be something that a lot of people have been waiting for a long time, and now would be the time to take advantage of it. Some of the things you got to worry about with immigration is, you know, anytime there's a change in presidency or anything happens, policies can change. So it's very important that we take advantage of what we have when we have it. An example of this was when DACA was reopened again, and President Trump at the time had closed it for people who were new applicants. So we need to take advantage of what we have, okay? So if you're interested in this, or if you've been hearing about parole in place, please watch this video. Give us a call. I'm more than happy to talk with anybody, and then we can see how we can help you from there. But remember, all phone appointments are going to be with me personally on the phone, okay? Sometimes there's people who try to pretend to be our office. Make sure you ask to speak with Charles Zavala from Zavala Texas Law, okay? I am here to help. I think this is great for anyone that could qualify for this, and this could potentially help 500,000 people, and that's what the government's saying. I think it could potentially even be more, okay? But if anything you need, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to reach out. My name is Charles Zavala. Thank you, and have a beautiful day.